PDAC 2019. I'm with Kal Kotecha of the Junior Gold Report. Kal, thank you so much. It's a pleasure having you on again.
Thank you for having me again.
Now, first of all, we're here at PDAC. It's in 2019. Give us your impressions of the sentiment and the mood that's around the conference today.
It is a busy conference, and probably not as busy as I thought it would be as it was last year. But that's probably just different factors of how they changed the platform.
Yeah.
But of course, PDAC is the premier conference, and it's fantastic to be here, and the sentiment's really positive on the price of gold. I haven't seen this type of sentiment in over 10 years.
Oh, okay.
Maybe like just 2010, 2011. It's not that kind of a sentiment yet, but it's just around that sentiment. I think we're just the precursor of what's going to be coming in the gold sector. So. Yeah, it's been a number of years.
Okay, so just to be clear, you haven't seen the type of sentiment related to the gold price, or related to mining shares, or what exactly?
Either or. So it's probably since maybe 2011, 2012, right? But the sector, people believe the sector is probably in an upturn, whereas that time it was in a downturn, right? But it was still pretty popular back then. So it's been 7, 8, 9 years now. So yeah, it's positive.
Yeah. So when we spoke last time here at PDAC, you talked about the gold price going up to hitting $2,000.
That was a possibility.
The possibility of the gold price going up. Do you still see those fundamentals, the ones that you saw a few years ago? Tell us about that.
Yeah, and I think I said that's going to be in 2 or 3 or 4 years, something like that, and I still believe it could go up to that level.
Yeah.
But first we have to do a lot of breakouts, and then also in my talk here I talked about gold and the economy and the possibility that we could be hitting into a really deep type of a crash in the overall markets. I'm not talking about the gold markets, but the overall markets, and also in a political way as well.
Yeah.
So I think that could also help the price of gold price.
Is there one particular point that you're noticing when it comes to these types of your general fears for the market, or is it a combination of factors?
It's a combination of factors, but it's going to be a debt crisis more than anything. So it's going to be longer serving, I think. Right. The economy is going to catch a lot of people by surprise, and I hope I'm wrong. It's just my predictions and in my opinion.
Okay, so does that mean then more money flowing into gold, or more investors flowing into gold?
And gold's a hedge, and I'm not saying this is going to happen this year, right? But this is just a forecast for the next year, 2 or 3 or 4 years out, right? So maybe with 2020 to 2022, I think we could see a little more of a destruction in wealth in many ways, and then a lot of money goes right back into gold as a safety. So we saw in 2008 gold price around 800, and then it almost hit $2,000 an ounce, right? So we could see that being mimicked again, maybe even in a bigger way.
So what can we do to prepare for any sort of market turn down or economic turn down?
Well, I'm not a financial advisor, but I believe having gold and silver in portfolio can really be a good hedge against any downturn.
Yeah. And you definitely still see gold as that safe haven vehicle as it was in 2008.
Even more so now. Yeah, from many respects, we're going to hit a big debt crisis, and we're already in a debt crisis right now. So I think a lot of people will be unprepared, right? Yeah. And just like they were in 2008, but we can learn from that.
So do you like the fundamentals and also for silver going forward?
Quite a bit more than I do anything else. So I'm a silver bull at this point.
Okay.
So it's a big disparity now between gold and silver. I think that's going to come closer together. Right. As gold goes up, silver will go up quite a bit more. I think it's time for silver to be shining in the next 3 or 4 or 5 years. So.
Do you have a price target in mind, or a range?
I'd rather not give price targets, but if we're going to see gold between 1,800 and 2,000 the next 2 or 3 years, and we'll see silver hopefully close to $25 to $30, if not more.
Okay, wonderful. Well, Kal, it's a pleasure to speak to you again, and we look forward to talking to you again next PDAC.
Great, thank you for having me.